Welcome to day 98. So I just got dropped off there at Swift Run Gap. And I spent the night at a Small Axe Farms, which was an interesting experience, should we say. Maybe not for everyone, but it was okay. Spent the night basically in a barn. And then right below me in the floorboards, if you look through the cracks, you can see the animals resting. They're making noise throughout the night and bumping up against things and whatnot, but it's all right. So I think not the most restful sleep, but it was a relaxing stay. And I was the only one there. But I think the highlight was the meals. I had a really big dinner, a really big breakfast. So pretty happy about that. But yeah. And then I had to arrange for a shuttle. So those days are sometimes kind of annoying. The shuttle I had to arrange separately, but it all worked out. Sometimes the hostels have a shuttle service. This one didn't, so you have to do 2 different transactions and whatnot. But it works out. Today feels pretty nice. Feels a little chilly actually, and not super humid, so I'm thankful. There is a chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon, as usual, so probably get a bit wet. But I think really briefly for maybe a couple hours or so, and then it should pass through. So hopeful for that. And today the good news is get all the conveniences of Shenandoah National Park. So about 8 miles in, there's a campground. I'm not going to stay at the campground, but they do have a camp store there, mostly catering to. Sounds like they mostly cater to the car campers, but I think they're going to have some stuff for me too, and that'll be nice. And even though I'm getting started a bit late, I think it's still going to be worthwhile to try to push today to do 16 miles total to get to a wayside, and also an option for a little fancier restaurant too if I want to do that, or go to the wayside and get just the normal grilled, the burger and the shake. That's probably going to be fine. If I can make it there, that'll be pretty good. They do have a campground there, but you got to make a reservation and pay, I don't know, some money that I'm not sure it's worth it. But I did read on Far Out that there's some campsites nearby there, which I kind of figured, like, people figure out ways to, take advantage of the convenience but not pay the full price. I think these AT hikers are trying to save money in every way they can. So of course there's going to be like little unofficial campsites around there. So I think that would be a good deal. Load up on water, get some dinner, hopefully. So I think today's going to be, the theme of today is food, I think. But anyway, temperature looks like it's not going to be too terrible. And I'm excited on that roadside. You can probably hear the road noise. There's an entrance there too. It said one direction Waynesboro, the other direction Front Royal. So Front Royal probably going to be the next place I stop into when I get out of the park here. Unless I need to resupply or do something. Front Royal is probably going to be it's the north part of the park. That's my exit strategy, basically. And then right after that is Harper's Ferry. So, yeah, I'm feeling good. Feeling reasonably well rested, but could have had better, but it's okay. But definitely well fed. So I'm thankful. Oh no, I'm thankful for that breeze. That's nice. I think it's a nice day today so far, so good time to get started here. And let's go onward. Oh, that was great. I just had dinner at the Big Meadows wayside there. And I think that was the biggest wayside, they said. And yeah, they had burgers. Burgers were decent. Onion rings, okay. And then they had like I really had my expectations set way too high for the blackberry milkshake. It ended up being more artificial than I expected, but it was good. But I think I just got it hyped up to like beyond all reality, basically. And you have this image in your head that there's like fresh blackberries in there. No, it's nothing like that. But yeah, I'm feeling really good. Today was an awesome day. I was just feeling so thankful. The weather was perfect for hiking. It was actually getting a little chilly there at the picnic table at the wayside with the breeze there. Now I'm back in the green tunnel, so no more breeze. And I'm actually taking a path that's skirting around a huge campsite. And I looked online, I was tempted. It's like $30 for like a tent site. And there was like one spot available. And all the hundreds were filled up. And I just like imagine that it's gonna be super noisy. Unfortunately, I am kind of planning on finding a spot around here, but hopefully out of earshot. Hopefully it's not gonna be too rowdy. I realize it's a Friday night too, so anyway, everyone stopping in at the wayside and winding down their day and getting supplies and all that. That was fun with all their friends. It made me feel a little sad as a lingering through hiker out here. I did see some folks today. I forgot their names, but they're section hiking. It's a father-daughter duo. The father has a really, sorry if you're watching, kind of an annoying laugh. It sounds like, what's his name, Seth Rogen, kind of a stoner laugh. But I talked to them. They seemed pretty okay, pretty friendly. But those are the only folks I saw. Otherwise, just feel like I'm out on my own here. But oh, what's over here? I wonder. I feel like there's a sign over here. Maybe let's check it out here. I don't know what's over. I think it probably says don't camp here. Let me see. It's kind of slanted anyway. Oh, my gimbal's all going nuts here. Sorry about that. Oh no, I don't think it is. I don't know what this is. It's some electrical box. Well, maybe I shouldn't camp here then. Let me get back on trail here. But yeah, I was just feeling a bit sad because like I'm very much to myself, but I do kind of enjoy seeing familiar faces and seeing folks that I can identify with. But when I'm out there at the wayside, I feel very lonely. I'm like the only one with a big pack. Everyone else is driving up. It's all for car campers, you know. And I feel like there's no one that understands, you know, what I'm going through. Or, you know, sometimes that's nice just to have someone where it's just like, oh yeah, this is crazy, you know, or you know, talking about the challenges. But I don't know what the challenges of car campers are. But I don't. I probably don't take it seriously. But I'm sure they have challenges. Folks who have never camped before. I don't know. A little rambly, but just kind of saying that I'm a little sad. I'm way behind Bubble and all sorts of folks, and I think everyone else has flipped forward or is ahead of me, and I'm just a straggler left behind here. But whatever. I do see some cars over on the right here. I think there's some campground, some campsites over there. But I am hoping there's gonna be something around here. Hopefully I can just pitch a tent and call it a night here. I don't need to make dinner or anything. Now I do hope this is kosher actually. because I know that they don't want you to camp within park developments. There's some signs that are usually posted, but I haven't seen any yet. So, but yeah, I'm looking for some old flattened campsites, and I do see some flattened areas, but nothing that looks really good. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm feeling really good. I still have some daylight, a lot of energy. But yeah, the weather was perfect. I didn't deserve the weather today. It's just too nice. I don't know. It's just either too hot or too cold, but it wasn't even really that muggy today. So nice. And I had the food at the wayside, lunch and dinner, and I felt good. And I did some decent mileage today. All that being added up, it's a good day. It's a good day. And I looked at it. I'm now officially 100 miles from Harper's Ferry, and at this point, I'm pretty much resigned to the fact that I'm gonna wrap up my trip there. That's where I started 7 years ago, and I headed up north. And then this year, I did everything south of Harper's Ferry, and that's a kind of a nice poetic end. So, but yeah, 100 miles will be about a week, give or take a few days, depending on body condition, weather, trail condition. But it's now closer than ever. Now here's some flat sites over here, but not flat actually. Looks like they've been used, but I don't know. I'm gonna hold out for some better spots. I'll just keep going. Maybe I'll just go to the next shelter. I don't know. I'll go until I find someplace. But I'm not worried. Feeling really good. A lot of food in me, a lot of energy. Feeling pretty happy. Anyway, I think I gotta call it a day here. Anyway, for this video at least. So anyway, that's so long for now.
Hello.